Hey, it's the lunatic from the woods here, out here in the middle of the trees, having a good time. Sun's going down. So what I'm going to talk about is like lust, how it's like a huge demon. Lust basically creates like every single problem. A lot of things that you spend money on, you're spending it because of your lust. Gym memberships, unless you're like older and you're kind of trying to move around a little bit, or you're in pain and you're trying to rehabilitate yourself, that's all lust. All those muscle bound guys and everything, like they're doing that to get girls. Other things like every weight loss thing, like that's all driven by lust. You expending all your energy and everything, and just for lust, for some illusion, for some fantasy, for something you built up in your head. It's all pertains to lust. There's a lot of different things. It's crazy how far and how deep it goes. But it's just a huge demon. It's so powerful too. If you're not like on semen retention, that demon is going to get closer, and you're not going to have any space between it. If you're on semen retention, you have space between it. Like, it's still there, but it's further away. Like, you don't want to be right on top of it. You want to train yourself to sit with that feeling, that uncomfortable feeling. Like, you don't want to be like, oh, I got that feeling, I better go play with it. That's just a bad spot to be in. All kinds of bad things are going to happen to you if you're doing that. Or just like watching dirty stuff on the internet. That is just like, that's probably one of the worst things you can do. It's so destructive. And people just kind of like laugh at it. It's just crazy to me how people laugh at that and everything. They just have no idea. Just have no clue. They're just walking around like blind. But yeah, it's tied in with a whole bunch of different things. Like any weight loss thing, and people even get surgery. Like, people go to these huge extents. Like, people cut themselves up, and get surgery and liposuction and implants, and that's all driven by lust. Yeah, it's crazy. And like me as like a young man, like I was completely a slave to it. I spent so much time and energy in just lust, just some illusion that I built up in my head, and I didn't really start to figure that out until I got older. But it's just crazy if you really break it down. So yeah, stick on the path. I got a journal that I'll post up there. Just a little blurb on lust. It's a really big, powerful demon. So yeah, and you're never going to get completely out of it. That's what I kind of learned. You could push it like further and further away. Sometimes I think I'm completely out of it, and then like a year will go by and I'll be like, oh wow, I'm free of lust. And then all of a sudden it comes like out of nowhere. Really, really wild stuff. And my whole interpretation of that is that you're just like in a physical body. You can't be free of it because you're still in a physical body. So it's never going to be like completely gone. But you could definitely have like that's people argue that. Oh, well, it's not the physical semen. It's, you don't want to be a slave to your lust. You don't want to be spending money. You don't want to be spending time. You don't want to be spending energy on an illusion. That's what it is. It's an illusion. It's a demon. It's promising you something and it's just taking all your energy. Like, it might give you a little glimpse of pleasure or something like that, but if you keep going, it's like a drug. Like, you take that drug and you get high, so then you want more and more, and it becomes, the high or the euphoric feeling becomes less and less every single time until you're just a complete slave to it. You're just doing it all the time. And that's what happens to these like addicts and stuff like that, who just like, you know, the sex addicts and stuff like that. It's just a spiral downhill. So yeah, check out my journal, check out my shop. I put a semen retention journal up there. It might be helpful. 90 days is where I really start to experience some real energy, but I'm going for the 120 day semen retention, and now I'm like on day 10. So I mean, stick with me. I'll definitely concentrate to try to get to that 120 day mark. Most of the times I usually get to the 90 to 100 day, and then I have sex with my wife or something. But I'm going to try to go for that. So you guys be well. Take care. Stick on the path.